I don't have any problem with what Tavleen says that we need to play the larger game. I completely agree with it. In fact,
Yeah.
a lot of things I agree with, but I'll tell you what my points of disagreement are. One, I'm not becoming hysterical. I'm stating a historical fact. What was the East India Company model? The East India Company model was that they were the rulers of this country. And what they were doing is that they systematically destroyed all Indian industry by levying very, very heavy tariffs on anything which went from India to the UK. And they imposed zero tariffs on anything that was imported from the UK into India. Right? So they systematically destroyed the entire manufacturing base of this country. And on top of that, they sucked this country dry by pulling out all the wealth out of this country. Now, unless you are an Anglophile and think that the railways were the greatest boon or the English language was the greatest boon that the British gave us, or they gave us some kind of a constitutional system, frankly, we weren't doing too badly before that. Okay. And it was not as though the Brits themselves were the most civilized nation in the world, considering the millions of people they butchered in cold blood. So that is one part of it. And this seems to be a similar model that you do everything for me, I do nothing for you. One. Secondly, on this issue of, I agree that we need to build up our own economy. And I hold successive governments, including the current one, guilty of not bringing in the kind of reforms, of not freeing the entrepreneurial abilities of the people of this country, of continuing to impose all kinds of onerous taxes on them and an inspector Raj on them and harassing people. I completely agree that we need to get rid of this, bring in regulatory reforms, all of that. I've been an advocate of it much before other people had started talking about it, right from the outset when this government came into power, that all the other things you are doing is fine, but you need to put in place legal and regulatory reforms so that people can do business honestly and productively.